No, hold on. Hold on. Let's be delusional. Okay. We're dead. We're dead. Let's go. What if he has fake Ran? What if he has fake Ran? Yeah. I RNG him. Oh my god.
Let's go.
Oh my god. Delusional. Oh yeah, then what's this? Oh yeah, delusional. What's this? Wait, do I take turn though? Big renegade. I do. Oh, do I? Shit. 7. Fuck. Do I S2 instead? Save it. Yeah. I think I need an S2. S3. No, I think I need an S2. My dude isn't gonna take turn. Bro. Oh, okay. We're good.
All it will take.
Okay, no, we're good. Yeah, I don't care. Flan. Make it. Yeah. I take turn. We're good.
No matter who it is. I'll have to increase my firepower.
We're good.
Only when all are dead will this end.
Just cleave the legend player. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
The water slide.
And then we just ship it. We're good. Oh my god.
Everything was perfect.
Oh my god. You're so right. Oh my god. You're so right. Oh shit. 3350.
No one can escape.
Yo, holy. We locked in. Holy shit. Cleave legend player? Whoa, what the fuck? We good? Yeah. We can stop here now, yeah? Right, so I was able to finish Emperor. Basically with just like these 5 units. And obviously I have other things built, but throughout like the entire season, and especially like last week, it was nothing but like Frida cleave, like says in Yufine, right? And in particular, these 5 units right here. It's like literally all I played all season. And like, I really don't think even my gear was that amazing or anything. It just had stuff that I needed, like Frida obviously being my main opener, 300 speed, and that's really the only thing that was important. Like this gear kind of like it's fine, but it's like DPS gear, and not even like optimized CPS gear. It's just kind of whatever had speed. And then I had my Yufine being as the anchor. And that's kind of the only thing she needed was anchor. CR cut was actually really important for like Judge. Mostly just anchor, right? So if something bad happened, she would be there to carry the rest of the match. Although my holy sack was kind of holding me the entire time. And I had my Judge, just kind of like 250 just max damage, right? Because you don't need to be that fast like what's with you have their Frida backup, right? Because you just have to be like 230 minimum was like the speed you need to feed DPSs, and then after that I just had everything tuned for my Cez, with him being like the main damage the person I picked on too. So those are kind of alright, right? Just extinction and stuff was really important, and AoE damage actually was pretty important for things like RB and Flan, and not having to touch something to blow it up. And then like, you know, Veronica, because there's so much immortality this meta. She just solved all of it, or most of it at least. And on top of that, helping me guarantee speed, because apparently I feel like every opener that wasn't me was like 310. It wasn't, kind of sucked. Because my speed is 300, everything's like the Poly and Luna's like 310. Like, yeah, okay, whatever. I need these imprint. And obviously I have the other imprints too, obviously when I needed a race, but it's kind of the main one I had like 4 or 5 was like Judge and Veronica, because there's so much immortality I needed to solve. And obviously I have other stuff built that wasn't like, you know, as important. Just Melissa was just kind of there. She kind of, I mean, I had her built for Flan, but she was hard to use because people would slam Ran a lot and she would die on the first hit. It wasn't cool. And the Cidd has the thing of just, you know, not dying on the first hit because of his thing. What I have Celine built, actually didn't really gear her until like the end of the season, but she ended up being really important because I had to start doing more like Luna BBK stuff at the end. Right, and she fits into that draft a lot more. Right, I have my Luna build obviously as well. just as much as fast as I could get. Like obviously this would be better on immunity, but like I just needed to be fast so she could keep pace with my Frida, or at least like have you know, the be an opener that I needed to be. I have a Jenua. It's kind of useless. I mean, I had him. He's like okay when Elena was banned, right? But everybody's playing Elena, so we're just kind of sitting on gear for fun, I guess. And BBK I didn't really use a lot throughout the whole season. It's more towards the last day that I had a user like Frida Luna stuff and now and the BBK on 3, right? It's my DPS. And she worked really good like this because like obviously just fast enough-ish to take turn after like Veronica would go or like a Shuri would go after Frida would push, and she would take turn like this. And I think the ER, as much as a little bit troll with this kind of build, but like he ended up being important because it'll resist random debuffs like getting resets by Lilibet or like stuns from like a light Achates. Right, it ended up being pretty important just to resist random stuff that I would fuck me really bad. Like if I didn't have it right. And then I have Briar just as utility and damage. Just like it's obviously not open. I just didn't have like Runed Will, right, to be an opener, so I just had her be damage and support for the rest of the team. And I obviously NC Revive Diff Break is really good. And still tuned for stuff like Says and like not so much Judge, but like Says really. And I think RB, I don't really use him as like an anti-cleave thing, or like if I was playing Lunar Frida, I would slam RB on 3 if they took the BBK early. And obviously my imprints just damage set Cidd. And Poly I didn't end up actually using that much. Just didn't feel like she did anything. Like I had trouble fighting the Poly a lot, but I didn't feel useful in my draft because she just never felt like she had enough damage. Like if I picked her, I felt like I would just run out of damage. Like she would stop from CR pushing from like Achates or Ball, and then I would just die after that because she doesn't do anything. And I had my Ida built. I had it specifically tuned for Frida, right? Because she gets like the 20% push from the S3, and then the 25% push from Frida as well, right? So she's pushed up to like 320 after this, and then you only use this really for like Jenua, like poly aggro, and they're using Jenua as their main DPS. This is when I would slam her at like 4 or 5. And a lot of people would let it through, right? And then I'd one shot the Jenua with like S2, and then we would be good. And then this, I didn't really use this at all actually. Just kind of geared for fun. I didn't use Krau bunch. I just used it more when I was like forced to tank down if they stole my Frida and Luna. Like I would have no openers left, and I would have to tank down because there was nothing else to do. Albedo, I didn't really use that much. Just kind of just there. I didn't use that much either. Like I get it because sometimes I would have to use it because like there was nothing else left to choose. But it's just like it was too slow, and the ER really isn't that good. So like if it was like 280, 290, maybe it would be good. But like it wasn't amazing like this. And then Flan, I just put like I had like Gala geared, right? But Gala came hard to use with Elena in the game, so I just took that gear, put it on her. And she's obviously good damage, right? But I didn't really have like too much success using her. Like I'd use it every now and then. Like a lot of it, like she was first pick a lot, and I didn't like picking her first pick because of Solly. So she ended up just being not used too much on my account. Like every now and then, like 4 or 5 when the other person forgot to pick her, she would be good. But not into first pick. Yeah, for myself at least. I struggled against her. Like people have like a fast opener, right? And then they would take turn for me. This is the only time I really had a trouble. But outside of like I would play against like someone playing like slower than me, it would be okay. And then Mort, he I don't know, I didn't use him that much either. I mean, sometimes he was like a 4 or 5 pick against like super duper like counter heavy teams, and then I would slam him. Although I think for most of the season he was on this. It was only on last day I changed him because I had like my speed tuning had killed this same speed tuning like 170 had killed me because of like people started picking Ken a lot on last day, or like last 2 days there was a lot of Kens, so I did need to be a little bit faster for my speed tuning to not get killed because my Yufine would be the same speed, and I was also picking Yufine like as first pick from Anchor, right? And then Shuri just damage, right? Damage, speed, and print. That's all I needed. I didn't really use him that much. Like even if being speed and print, like he wasn't amazing to have because just again Elena made him hard to use. Then Luna already showed, and then Lilibet was just my anti-cleave. I also pick her a lot too, right? If like all my openers were gone again, like if someone took Luna and Frida, right? And I wouldn't really have anything left to do, so I'd have to pivot to like Achates or design a little bit, right, to try and not die. Right, this was a little bit slow, but she ended up working like good enough for what I needed her to do. Elena, I didn't really use that much. Like, she was okay. My Elena's probably not that good either. SBA was really good, right? But it was for my certain draft. I needed like 2 strippers in order to use it because a lot of people were running immunity, right? If you run into a full team immunity, you kind of just die, or even just like one important person on immunity, right? And then you're dead because she can't strip. But she was definitely like a force spot, like a force spot, like 4 or 5 was what I'd be able to use her. The only time I really got to use her. Roana was just like okay. Again, Elena made her feel weird. Like you reset the Elena off, right, but you miss all your damage. And it kind of sucks when you have like this much F and you still get 50% about like an Amiki and stuff, or like an Achates. So just you felt unreliable because I was like she's still good, right? But like if I needed like a turn resetter, I feel like I would be safe. I felt sometimes a lot safer with like Nahkwol or something because I can so to ignore the reset. And I mean, even though we went dead, I didn't use Nahkwol a huge amount. Like if I had, like I would use this Roana for like Amiki, and that was kind of it. This is like 4 or 5 pick for my draft. So like I only use this with like Luna Frida is when I would have this like a 4 or 5 pick. I think I mean I used it a couple times when it was like using Cez, just for like just to reset like an Achates or something. They pick like some like a lot of people would pick Achates on 3, right? And I sort of have to summon Nahkwol and hope my death breaks land. Just imprint damage, not damage, imprint speed, right? Sometimes control some of the ER units, but mostly just for racing. I didn't really pick it like outside of just of a race. And again, another unit I would have to pick like on 3 sometimes when my openers were taken from me. Like, especially like Luna, it would be sometimes hard to find a Luna, and they would like either pre-ban or they took it from me already, and I have to pick this like on 3. Which I think I'd have to probably like more bulk, but like I don't know. I just didn't feel like changing it, so she's worked just fine. Like I said, it didn't really matter. Landy wasn't really used at all. Like every now and then 4 or 5 pick, versus like anti-cleave, but I put it only like a handful of times, so it's still like old build from last season. Amiki again like 4 or 5 pick for anti-cleave, and like even then she just feels like she was okay. I don't know. Like every time I would pick her, she wouldn't counter enough and I would die. She was just like more of a voice ban. I would hope they would pick, you know, they would like surely they ban this, right? And yeah, I didn't like relying on her. She didn't feel that good. Like the beginning of the season, she felt really good, but I feel like people learned how to play with her through like mid-season, the end of season, right? It wasn't that amazing. Yeah, I didn't pick this one either a lot. It's like if I had to anti-cleave, sometimes like I picked it like what, maybe like a handful of times, and then just another imprint. And then like I saw people would be playing on prot set, right? So I just painted my prot set too. Like I didn't really pick it, obviously outside of a race, and that was it. The thing after that, like I was just like none of that else I had any use for. Right, like even all this other stuff I had built, right? It was still mostly just Frida cleave throughout the whole season. Right, Frida on 3 with like a Yufine opening, and usually Cez on 2. But sometimes I had to use a lot more Veronica towards the end because people were like really fast, and a lot of Immortality was being played like the entire time. Yeah, but it was mostly just this, like these 5 units, like this draft. Right, it says like I had to use Cez, like so I had Nahkwol use more towards the end of the season, but it's mostly just like Cez. It was Cez, Yufine, Frida like on first 3, and then like whatever I needed on last 2, right? And usually Jugs, because Jugs was really good into like all of it. Like outside of like, you know, Poly being like a unit, right? She was mostly good, like I said, everything. Self-def, like death break for herself into S3 was really strong, especially because it also messed with the immortality units because of ignore ER strip on S2. But it worked pretty good. Like towards like the last day, I did have to swap more towards more Luna Frida BBK things, because Cez was starting to feel a little bit weak because people weren't playing so like squishy. Like I'm not sure. I had more success with the Frida Cez stuff earlier season. Because the last days it was like way harder. Yeah, but I think that's my account, right? It wasn't like super duper amazing or anything. but like I had what I needed to be able to win. So it was cool. And actually, I really like the season because I actually got to play Cleave like I've wanted to, like since forever. Not since forever, like since I started my account, right? And I had fun with like the Frida things, and actually obviously getting Imp for the first time was like amazing. That was really cool. Yeah, so I think that's it. Anything else? And like, I think my account now is like a little over 2 years. So I think I started in like October, November, after like the Edward banner, right? So like 2 years, like free to play. I think it's pretty good. It's kind of maybe long. I think I could probably do it last season too, but like I guess sucked then. Or I didn't have enough units. And so I had to play Cleave this season too, because all of the standard playing and like not Cleave was a lot of MLs, and I don't have all the ML tanks that I needed, so I just played Cleave because it's mostly RGB, except for like, you know, Luna and like stuff, but it was mostly RGB. Alright, yeah, so that's it, yeah. Bye.